If a reason for your action is just fear and greed, then you are an engine running in to execute anything in your life for the fantasies you are carrying, hoping that fantasies will come around. Read, knowing very clearly the steps you are going to do and the result you are going to have is, don't put a ceiling on desire, but never allow, confront all the uncomfortable situations and simply in Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, Sankhya Yoga, 49th verse.
Durenahyawaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya buddhau sharanamanvichya kripana palahetavaha. Durenahyawaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya buddhau sharanamanvichya kripana palahetavaha. Durenahyawaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya buddhau sharanamanvichya kripana palahetavaha.
Durena Hyavaram Karma Buddhi Yoga Dhananjaya Buddhau Sharanamanvichya Kripana Palahetavaha. Translation: O Dhananjaya, beyond the yoga of wisdom is action. Wretched are those whose motive is the outcome. Surrender yourself to the wisdom. New translation: mere action is far inferior to the application of knowledge. O Dhananjaya, resort to inquiring. Pitiable indeed are those whose actions are motivated by the rewards. Pitiable are those actions are motivated by the rewards. Buddhau Sharanamanvichya Kripana Palahetavaha. The key, sacred secret from this verse is resort to wisdom. Buddhau Sharana. Surrender yourself to the wisdom. Pitiable indeed are those whose actions are motivated by the rewards. If a reason for your action is just fear and greed, then you are an engine running in crude oil. Engine running in crude oil will not run for long. Naturally, you will collapse. Only engine running in refined diesel or petrol will run for a long time. If you are running by a refined petrol, you may not even be running, you may be flying. The fuel which runs your engine says a lot about the engine and the life of the engine, quality of the engine. Crude, greed and fear, if that is going to be the inspiration running your engine, running your life, dangerous not only for you, all the people who are associated with you. Just like how an enlightened being, not only he does good for himself, all the people associated with him, for all the people, he showers auspiciousness. He is auspiciousness. He is life, light, energy, and auspiciousness for all the people who are associated with him in any way. Same way, an ignorant person, an egoistic person whose motive for action is fear or greed, for him Not only he tortures himself, whoever is associated with him, for everybody he is a danger. Buddhau Sharanamanvicha Kripana Balahetavaha. See, humanity as different groups of people living together is humanity. Human society is different kinds of groups existing. There are some groups where everybody is trying to sacrifice for others. There are some groups where kind of a morality is maintained. If you give, we give. If you don't give, we don't give. There are some groups where everybody is swindling others. Everybody is trying to swallow others in legal way. It means pharmacist companies very legally produce medicines and circulate into the society, which will constantly be creating a side effect for which only their company medicine will work. It is swallowing people illegally. There's one more group. They don't care about law, morality, order, anything. Just swallow rakshasas, demons. Anything you see, come on, grab, swallow. That kind of human beings. Different level of human beings living together is human society. When you change your attitude, way of life, when you become more sensitive to the higher level of existence, higher form of existence, you automatically enter into that kind of society and live. That is why I tell you, every individual who transforms himself automatically attracts that kind of group in his life, or he will be attracted to that kind of group in his life. He will become part of that kind of group, that kind of evolution. And I tell you, even if few people, handful of people evolve to the level of sacrifice, enlightened society is possible. It is possible. Because even if the handful of people evolve as enlightened beings, model, trend is set for the whole humanity to look, learn, live. Here, as Bhagavan says, pitiable indeed are those whose actions are motivated by the rewards. It's the lowest way of existing. If your actions are motivated by the fear and greed, that's the lowest form of existing. But unfortunately, because you know only that in the initial level, you never evolved yourself to the next level. You always live in hell, literally hell. In nowhere in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, pitiable indeed. He is not using this strong word, kripana palahetavaha. There is one more translation for this word. Wretched are those whose motive is the outcome. Nowhere Bhagavan is using such a strong word. Here he is using, I think he is sick and tired of this mental setup constantly, which runs only based on fear and greed. The society where sacrifice means, when I say sacrifice, please understand, I don't mean sacrificing your property, bed, luxury, lifestyle. No. Sacrificing your constantly changing identity. I can give you the example, even in the community which is in front of me. I have always seen the person who is arrogant, hypocritical, joins exactly the kind of same person. Pitiable indeed are those whose actions are motivated by the rewards. I have always seen. Loose attracts loosus. Always cranky fellows attract only cranky fellows. And self-torturing fellows attract only self-torturing fellows. Tyaga is not self-torturing, understand. Tyaga is being useful to others and useful to you. Not letting the laziness and parasite engrams on you. There are some engram patterns which are parasites. They will just suck your whole energy and destroy you. The parasite grows on a tree, how it sucks all the energy and kills the original tree. Same way, parasitical engrams are there which just sucks your life. I can give you some examples. Oh, I know what is right, but I am not able to do. It is parasitical engram. There is no pardon for the people who say, I know what is right, I am not able to do. Nobody can pardon you. Because you can't pardon you. You will put yourself in hell constantly. That is the worst disrespect you will do for you and for others. What kind of a person you are, that kind of a persons only you attract in your life. That kind of talks only are very comfortable for you. I have seen sometimes people feel very connected and happy by creating self-pity. Oh, I am like this, nobody understands me, nobody respects me, people are telling wrong things about me to Swamiji, he only doesn't respect me, doesn't look at me, I am always condemned, I am always criticized. They feel so much of joy in creating self-pity. Even in the office, you can see all the fellows who create self-pity will be joining us on club. See, each person is an energy field. You attract exactly that same kind of an energy field around you. See, in my experience, I found out 2-3 things. One, there is no limit for the compassion of God. And there is no limit for the craziness of human beings. Crankiness of human beings. Just like a God is immeasurable, the looseness of the loosus also is immeasurable. You can't even measure how many screws are loose. Not only that screws are loose, many times even the screws are missing. See, if they are just loose, you can tighten it. If they are missing, what will you do? It is dangerous to live around the people who are driven by fear and greed. I tell you, it is dangerous. That's why sometimes some people, when they come, I'll tell the structuring department, oh, Baba, I am afraid of them. There was a great saint called Vallalar. He was living at that time in Chennai. There is a beautiful story in his life. How he was discovered. by the people around him. There used to be a great sadhu, a Paramahamsa, sitting on the veranda of an house. Whoever walks in that area, in that road, he will tell them, oh, donkey is going. Towards somebody, he will tell, oh, buffalo is going. When he sees somebody, he will tell, oh, bull is going. For somebody, he will tell, dog is going. For somebody, lion is going. Very rarely, he will tell, human being is going. When he saw this Vallala, he said, oh, God is going. Vallala goes and touches the feet of that Paramahamsa and asks, how do you say? How do you measure? Tell me the scale with which you measure. He says, each person carries his aura, energy field. The way he walks, the way his nails are, the way his teeth is, the way, the amount of violence or anger or suffering is loaded in his body, I can tell. If he sees a person loaded with depression, he says donkey. If he sees a person boiling with violence, he says lion. He sees a person loaded with inertness, tamas, oh, buffalo, buffalo. When he sees a person balanced, samatva, equanimity, he says, oh, human being is going. If he sees a person overflowing with joy and restful awareness, he says, God is walking. Understand this scale. You can also just look around with this scale and look in with this scale. What are the times you are buffalo? What are the times you are donkey? What are the times you are human being? What are the times you are God? Fortunately, you guys will have all this in your life, because the moment you started seeking, the time you melt in front of the Master and flow in joy, those few moments you are God. And the time you started thinking, it is great, I know, but I have to be very practical, you see. Now you are a man. After some time, I have done that, why not this, forget about it. And you give license to all your lower experiences and lower emotions. Your cheap way of taking cognizance of world and things. You are into the zone of donkey, buffalo, monkey, dog, whatever you can call it. The space in which you are centered, you are headquartered to operate, that space only is deciding what kind of person you are. Are you headquartered in compassion? Are you headquartered in greed? Are you headquartered in fear? Are you headquartered in pity, self-pity? Find out in which you are headquartered. Or are you headquartered on looseness? There are many people may not be able to understand my vocabulary, this looseness. So I will define looseness. Being caught in parasite kind of mental patterns which sucks your energy, neither allows you to be useful for others nor useful for yourself, and will never let you know you are caught in this kind of a mental pattern, is loose. The mental pattern which creates constant suffering for you and for others and never lets you come out of that suffering and makes you completely arrogant and does not even allow you to recognize the mental pattern with which you are suffering. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad very beautifully says, Yova eta daksharam gargi aviditva asmil loke juhoti yajate tapas tapyate bahuni varsha sahasrani anta vade vami atat bhavati yova yeta aksharam garhi aviditva asmal lokat praitisa krupanaha ata ya yeta daksharam gargi viditva asmal lokat praitisa brahmanaha. Translation: whoever, O Gargi, without knowing this absolute, makes fire offering, performs sacrifices and practices penances even for many thousand years in this world, finds all that work only transitory. Whoever, Gargi, leaves this world without knowing this absolute is pitiable. But he, O Gargi, who leaves this world after knowing this absolute is a knower of Brahman. Kripanaha. Kripana. The word is used in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad and Sankhya Yoga, Bhagavad Gita. In both places, the word is used. Pitiable. It's like when you say, oh, I really feel bad for that guy. That's the exact way Bhagavan is saying. Pitiable. Because those works are exhausted after the enjoyment of the result. Because he is bound to undergo endless transmigration, birth and death. The above circumstances furnish another proof of the existence of the Absolute. Understand? The sacred secret from this verse is, pitiable are those whose source of inspiration for life is just fear and greed. Let me answer your questions.
Pranam Swamiji, can all action with expectation result in karma? For example, I take a bath with the expectation that I will get clean, or I connect to the internet for morning satsang expecting to have your darshan. Can such expectations also attract karma?
You need to understand the karma. He is asking, can all action with expectation result in karma? For example, I take a bath with the expectation that I will get clean, or I connect with the internet for morning satsang expecting to have your darshan. Can such expectations also attract karma? Understand? This also attracts karma, but this never binds you. See, in a way, even your breathing attracts karma. But that does not bind you. I am bothered about only the karma which binds you, which does not allow you to experience your extraordinary joy, which does not allow you to experience your freedom, which does not allow you to experience your enlightenment, which does not let you be liberated. Only about those karmas I am bothered. Otherwise, even an ordinary action, you take a kerchief and wipe your face, you take bath, even this all brings karma, but does not bind you. Your eating does not bind you. You do it 3 times a day. But some other habits, you may be drinking only once a day. but that binds you. It is not just action, many other things associated with action. When you are free from the load of the karma which binds you, you experience extraordinary liberation. So, you don't need to bother these small karmas. It doesn't bring any suffering for you. Of course, I am not saying it doesn't bring karma for you. I am saying it doesn't bring any suffering for you. Next question.
Dear Swamiji, how to know when to confront an uncomfortable situation and when to simply unclutch from it?
This is the age-old conflict. The question is how to know when to confront an uncomfortable situation and when to unclutch from it, when to simply unclutch from it. I tell you, confront all the situation and unclutch from all the situation. There is no such thing as you will have 100 situations. All right, come on, 40 you confront and 60 you unclutch. No, confront all the 100. Terrorize everybody involved in that conflicting situation. Inside, completely be unclutched. Confront all the uncomfortable situations and simply unclutch from all the uncomfortable situations. Please understand, this is an age-old question with which humanity is suffering. Some gurus go on giving advice, confront all uncomfortable situations. Some are giving, no, unclutch simply from all uncomfortable situations. Some giving, use your intelligence, do off. No, nothing is the right answer. Confront all uncomfortable situations and see that everybody around you are terrorized. The way you shout, even you should have little fear about you. Even you should not know what you are going to do next. Dra, dru, wa, wu, ba. The drama you put up, even you should be afraid. No, let me be little balanced. I don't know. Am I going overboard or am I slipping out of me? Terrorize the whole when you confront all situations. Same way, inside, be unclutched from all situations. Upset all the element which are responsible for uncomfortable situation. Unclutch from all the elements which are responsible for the uncomfortable situation. Go on terrorizing and go on unclutching. Be an unclutched terrorist. No, that's the truth. Then there will not be any non-violence done to anybody. They all know they cannot enter your boundary. You will never enter into others' boundary because you are unclutched. See, if you are only a terrorizing person, you will enter into everybody's boundary. If you are only an unclutched person, everybody will enter into your boundary. Be an unclutched terrorist. Go on unclutching from every uncomfortable situation and go on confronting every uncomfortable situation. That is what Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita when he says, Karmanye vadikaraste mapaleshu katachana ma karmas palahe durbuhu mate sangostva karmani. I give you this as a most practical guidance and sacred secret from Bhagavad Gita. That is what Bhagavan is exactly teaching Arjuna. He is not saying, withdraw from the war. No, he says, come on, terrorize these fellows. And he is not saying, no, be a terrorist. No, he is saying, be unclutched. Samatvam yoga uchyate. He is talking about Jivan Mukta Lakshana and he is saying, come on, take up your bow and arrow and finish all these fellows. Else say, unclutched terrorists. When you are unclutched, you will never enter into others' boundary. When you terrorize, you will manage that others don't enter into your boundary. That's all. Go on confronting all the situations of your life by unclenching.
The next question, beloved Swamiji, what is the difference between desire and greed? Where do we draw the line? If we put a ceiling on desires, will it suppress the expansion of life?
Let me give you the sacred secret to find out what is desire and what is greed. Understand? Desire is something. The moment you visualize in your life, in your inner space, you will just know the practical steps to reach it. Greed is something you will not know the practical step, but you will always be hoping something will happen in your life and you will achieve it. You will go on keeping that the back of your mind in pending. No, wait, don't leave me. Something is going to happen, it is around the corner. Then I will have you. Understand? Desire means you will simply know, wow, this is the way. Yes. It's like you have a lantern in your hand and you know how many steps you have to walk and you just know you are going to do it. This is desire. Greed is you simply know that if you cross all the 7 oceans at one place, the huge diamond and all the wealth is there, which you always wanted, and you are standing in the banks of the ocean expecting somebody will leave their ship and you will get into it and travel, cross all the 7 oceans and get the wealth. And you feel sometime, oh, I think when will the ship come, I don't know. But in the mind, no. The distance, there is a light, that is ship only. They are coming here. Automatically they will leave their ship and go away. I will get into that ship and reach that place and have my wealth. Waiting to execute anything in your life for the fantasies you are carrying, hoping that fantasies will come around. It is coming around, is greed. Knowing very clearly the steps you are going to do and the result you are going to have is desire. Don't put a ceiling on desire, but never allow greed. Greed is self-destructing, parasitical mental pattern. Does not allow you to move in any way. I have seen many of the people with whom I am working. I have seen hundreds of examples. I have seen always the ashramites who don't do any work. They are all filled with greed. They are waiting for this to happen, that to happen, waiting, oh, this will happen, immediately that will happen, immediately that will happen, then the whole thing will be done. When will any of this happen? Nobody knows. This is the difference between greed and desire. Never put a ceiling for desire. Never ever entertain any greed. It is just with your simple inner space when you look at the clarity, reachability, possibility of your visualization that shows the whole thing clearly.
The next question, dear Swamiji, why should one escape the birth and death cycle? Is it wrong to want to be born again and live life with full awareness and enjoy what life brings to you without accumulating karma?
It's a very technical question. See, what you are describing, without accumulating karma, enjoying what life brings to you with full awareness. If you are living in this space, then you don't need to escape from birth and death cycle. When masters say escape from birth and death cycle, they mean this only. If you can live with full awareness without accumulating karma, you are already liberated from birth and death cycle. Then even if you take birth or go into death, it is not cycle, it is motorcycle. Understand? Only when you are accumulating karma, it is birth and death cycle. If you are with full awareness and without accumulating karma, it is birth and death motorcycle. You are just playing. You are enjoying. And then you are putting the question in a roundabout way. When you don't accumulate karma, you are not caught in birth and death cycle, then you are already liberated. You don't need to escape from birth and death cycle.
Nityananda, thank you for watching, and if you found the video enlightening,
Please give it a like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to stay connected with us.
don't forget to click the bell icon to receive the notifications.